Picture yourself as a global pop music idol, adored by hundreds of millions of fans around the world, enjoying a family party, when your aunt, who changed your diapers, arrives and asks why you can only write romantic lyrics. The Beatles' hit song, Paperback Writer, holds a unique place in the band's catalogue. It was largely written by Paul McCartney, inspired by a challenge from his Aunt Lil. In 1966, Paul McCartney's Aunt Lil posed a question that would set the wheels in motion for a new era of lyrics that would explore profound spiritual and philosophical messages. She asked him why he always wrote songs about love and suggested he explore more diverse topics. Intrigued by her challenge, McCartney decided to accept it, saying, "All right, Auntie Lil." The spark of inspiration struck McCartney backstage at a concert when he saw Ringo Starr reading a book. Mindful of his aunt's request, McCartney declared his intention to write a song about a book. This encounter ignited the creative spark for what would become Paperback Writer. The lyrics of the song take the form of a letter from an aspiring author to a publisher. This unique approach to songwriting, seen as a precursor to the harmonic complexities of progressive rock and songwriting, has continued to influence music and culture, contributing to the evolution of New Age spirituality in modern music. The Beatles, pioneers of spiritual evolution and the New Age movement. In the tumultuous landscape of the 1960s, a musical revolution was taking place that would not only redefine the sound of a generation but also shape the spiritual landscape of the future. At the forefront of this cultural shift were four lads from Liverpool: John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr, collectively known as the Beatles. While they first gained fame for their catchy tunes and youthful charm, their impact on spirituality would resonate far beyond the boundaries of music. In this video, we will explore the influence of the Beatles as pop culture icons and how they helped shape the spirituality of the 60s, ultimately paving the way for the New Age movement. The Beatles, more than just music. The Beatles burst onto the music scene in the early 1960s, quickly becoming a global phenomenon. Their music was an amalgamation of rock and roll, pop, and innovative experimental sounds, but it was their lyrics and philosophy that set them apart. As the decade progressed, their work took a transformative turn, and they began to explore profound themes such as universal love, consciousness, and spirituality. Influence on Eastern spirituality. One of the most significant ways the Beatles influenced the spirituality of the 60s was through their fascination with Eastern spirituality and the teachings of spiritual leaders like Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. In 1967, the band famously traveled to Rishikesh, India, to study transcendental meditation under Maharishi's guidance. This journey not only deepened their understanding of meditation but also introduced millions of their fans to Eastern philosophies. George Harrison, in particular, played a pivotal role in popularizing Eastern spirituality. His love for the sitar and incorporation of Indian musical elements into the Beatles' music brought the sounds of the East to the West. His song, "Within You Without You," on the album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, stands as a prime example of this fusion. Lyrics with deeper meaning. The Beatles' lyrics started to carry profound spiritual and philosophical messages, often inspired by their encounters with Eastern philosophies and consciousness-expanding substances like LSD. Songs like "Tomorrow Never Knows", "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds", and "A Day in the Life" exemplify their exploration of altered states of consciousness and existential questions. Additionally, their anthemic song, "All You Need Is Love", became a mantra for the peace and love movement of the 1960s, emphasizing the power of love as a transformative force in the world. The New Age movement. The spiritual awakening brought about by the Beatles and their contemporaries contributed significantly to the rise of the New Age movement in the late 20th century. The New Age movement was characterized by its holistic approach to spirituality, emphasizing personal growth, consciousness expansion, and the synthesis of various spiritual traditions. The Beatles' influence can be seen in the widespread interest in meditation, yoga, and alternative healing practices that became hallmarks of the New Age movement. Many individuals who were inspired by the band's journey to India and their embrace of Eastern spirituality embarked on their own quests for higher consciousness. The legacy. The Beatles, as pop culture icons of the 1960s, played a pivotal role in shaping the spiritual landscape of the future. Through their music, lyrics, and exploration of Eastern spirituality, they inspired a generation to seek deeper meaning and connection.